This is something we don't talk a lot about on this podcast, and that is AI. So, unless you've been living under a rock, you know AI is starting to take over, well, at least trying. And it's at a minimum interweaved itself into every piece of software that I use in the marketing world. And I have to say, it has provided some pretty impressive tools. In this video, I am sharing my favorite AI tools that are specifically designed to enhance your marketing. Hey business owners, I'm Brad Ball, your host of the Grind and Grow Marketing Show. Let's jump into today's episode. AI, the world of AI is expanding so fast, it's nearly impossible to keep up with. So I wanted to dedicate some time to talk about some of the AI tools that I use and find amazing. I'm breaking these up into categories. This is not an exhaustive list. It's just one or two tools that I use from each of these categories. So the categories that we're breaking up are content, social, images, videos, audio, and design. All right, so let's jump into content. Basically, in this content category, we're talking about AI tools that help you create content. So the first one that I like to use is Copy AI. I like it to create blog posts. It's great for creating ideas for blog posts, and it's also great for creating the actual content. The other piece that I like about it is its ability to create social media posts. So creating the ideas for social media posts, it can create TikTok scripts, YouTube and Pinterest descriptions, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn posts and captions. It's just really good at creating social media posts. I also like the fact that it is good pricing. Now, I will say with all of AI tools, they're not 100% of the time. I would say they're about 75 to 85% there. It's going to do the heavy lifting for you, and then you can finish it off and make it your own. The next tool that I like to use in the content world, now of course, I will say before we go further, ChatGPT is probably what you know and are thinking about when we think of AI tools, right? So I'm not even going to go into that one because you already are familiar with it. But this next one is a great alternative to ChatGPT, and I've just recently started to use it. Now they have it's free, and they have a pro version available. I really think you can get away with just the free version, and that is Perplexity.ai. It's just an amazing alternative to ChatGPT. I wouldn't say it's a replacement, but it's a good alternative. One of its main benefits is it provides you with current information, whereas ChatGPT model does stop at 2021. So anything newer than that, it doesn't pull content from. All right, let's move to the next category, and that is social. So when we think of social, we're thinking of creating post schedulers, and tools like that, right? So with these, post schedulers have been around since the beginning of social media, right? So that's basically like Buffer, where you can go in and connect your accounts and schedule out posts. Well, a lot of these, actually all of these, have now integrated AI in like caption writing, hashtags, titles, all of that fun stuff that just takes a ton of time. So the tools we like and we use consistently is Metricool, which I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's Metricool. Love that tool. It's great for scheduling. It's great for creating content. And the other one is Tailwind. Now this one is primarily for Pinterest, and that's what we use it for. You can connect it to other things, but we use it for Pinterest. But with that, it has a ton of great AI writing tools for all types of things. So it's really cool. It comes with this really cool like AI assistant. Some other ones worth noting is FeedHive, Flick, and Later. These ones are really more like AI heavy with some AI tools. Okay, so the next social tool that I like to use, I recently started using, is Piggy.to. And this is basically an AI tool that creates Instagram stories, or I guess it's stories, could be Facebook stories, whatever. It creates stories from a prompt. So you can prompt it something and it'll create the content and the design, and then you can go in and edit that. You can download the stories, or you can just upload it right to your social platform. So it's a really cool tool. I find it useful to create, some different types of stories. All right, the next category is images. So there are a ton of tools when it comes to images. I mean, Photoshop has a ton of stuff it's implemented. I mean, there's just a ton. But we're going to talk about one that you probably heard of, Midjourney. but the application with it, right? So what you can do, or how I like to use it, I think a really cool application is if you have, let's say, a stock photo that doesn't quite meet your needs, right? You need it to be just a little bit different or be something a little bit different than what you have. What you can do is upload the stock photo and say what you want. So it's going to reference the stock photo and then alter and create something new that is more on what you want. But it's going to give you the starting point, or you're going to give it a starting point. So I think that's a really cool way to use it. Another way is, let's say you have a stock photo that you're using, but you just need more like it. You can just upload that stock photo and just get similar images to it. And now you have multiple images that you can use on your website that are all very similar. Okay, the next category is video, and this is hands down one of probably the tool I use the most, and that is Descript. I don't know if it's, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, but Descript. I say Descript. Basically, this does so much that I'm literally just scratching the surface on what it can do. But things like voiceovers, remove filler words, easily add B-roll to your video and captions. Now I get that these aren't necessarily AI functions, but it does have a lot of AI tools built into it. It's really a fantastic tool if you're doing any type of video editing. Actually, I use it on every video that I do, so it's a cool tool. They do have a free version, but I do think there is a paid version that probably gets you all of the stuff that you would want. It's definitely, if it's a tool you're going to use, it's definitely worth paying for. All right, so the next tool, or the next category, is audio. And this tool is amazing. I don't use it a ton. Audio, I use a microphone. I have a kind of more of a professional setup, but there are times where I'm just on my phone and I don't have that, and I have to record audio and it just doesn't sound great. So it's the Adobe Podcast Enhance Speech tool. Basically, you can even use this on your phone. You can upload a video or audio, and it's going to take really bad audio and make it near perfect. And it's pretty flawless, actually. It does a really good job. And what's really cool is you can even use it from your phone. So you can take a video and upload it, and then it's going to export you audio only, and then you just reattach that audio to your video if that's what you're doing. But either way, it does a great job in cleaning up your audio and providing with the professional audio sound. And I do believe it's free, actually. Okay, the next category is design. And if you're a business owner and you haven't used this tool, then I would be very, very surprised. And that's Canva, right? This tool does everything. It does so much. I'm sure you're using it already. But what I'd like to talk about is some of the cool AI features that they've really have come out with. Some really notable AI releases. So one of the more recent ones is the ability to create something from a prompt. So you can just go in there and tell it what you want, and it'll create it in multiple versions. Then you can select what you want, edit it from there. So such a cool tool. This tool is only getting better, and it's definitely worth paying the pro version if it's a tool you're going to be using. All right, look, I'm just scratching the surface on these tools and what they can do. There's a ton out there. These are just the ones that I find I use and are very helpful, time-saving to me. So they're rapidly improving AI capabilities, so obviously these tools are just going to get better and better. All right, that wraps us up for today. We'll see you in the next video.